This is the Scalpers Gold Update for September 27th. This again is the daily YM Dow mini chart. And you can see from the along there 83.36, Scalpers Gold long did get stopped out in here, and then but we did get another half a leg up there, and then another move here is where we are currently. All this really fueled from the fact, not that stocks are really so, maybe not so appealing with the current economic environment and the earnings environment that we're in, but where else are you going to put your money? If bonds are paying almost nothing, at least the treasuries, and the housing market still in decline, so stocks and some of the commodities where the money is going, and this is kind of fueling this. It's kind of a little frustrating intraday, because you can see we got a lot of range from daily ranges from maybe 80 points to 150 points, and that's kind of a tight range, daily range to trade in the Dow futures. So, but here's where we are currently. We just had this daily market structure high that formed, that triggered short on Friday. Just did trigger short on Friday. Now, the ES and the YM, if you watch those two markets, the ES and the YM trade, very similar. If you look at their charts, they're going to look pretty similar. But one of the kind of subtle differences, especially what I've seen intraday, you see where the YM closed. I'll blow this up here. The YM, this is the 13S. That's that 13 period exponential moving average. Shifted forward 3 periods. That gives us a little tail here, and that acts as a bull-bear line. So above it, things are more bullish. You start closing below it, things will be more bearish. Well, YM closed, just about at its 13S here, basically neutral territory. But let me pull the ES in here. If you look at the ES, this is just a subtle difference, but the ES has closed below its 13S. And what we've been seeing intraday is the YM has been the stronger market most days than the ES has been the weaker market. So we're going to have to continue to watch that. But what that may mean from the daily standpoint is we may chop between this 13S area, maybe 9,600 to 9,800 in this area here, kind of consolidate after another good run up here. Things may consolidate a bit, and we'll have to see, kind of reevaluate things if they do consolidate, which way the break might be. We did notice, well, let's just take a look at let's pull in the weekly and then the monthly charts, and we'll look at some intraday stuff after. So the weekly, again, still long from Scalpers Gold long at 9,067. You're up about 600, almost 600 points as of Friday's closing action there. We had another market structure low, I think I pointed out last week, that had triggered long, I'm sorry. So the weekly is still long. We'll see what happens this week. If we get a lower high here, then we'll have this kind of market structure high set up. If they trigger that short, maybe we get a pullback then to the weekly 13S around that 9,200 area. That's a little bigger picture. And then finally, if we look at the monthly, okay, the monthly triggered long here in this month of September, not the straightest line, but so the monthly is still long as well, and we'll have to see now, do we make next month a lower high? We've already got support here. Again, this is the weekly and the monthly support are kind of right in this 9,200 area, and then 9,000 would be the support below that. So that's kind of the situation. I think maybe we're in for some consolidation, the daily is short, so they triggered short on Friday, so it's possible that the ES is closed lower than the YM. We could get some more follow through to the downside, but the YM has been the stronger market, so we're going to see wins out. We may get this kind of market structure low form, depending. We'll see where we open Sunday night, and that could trigger long again and maybe get another test of this 9,800 area, and then eventually 10,000. If they don't have the steam to do that, then this market structure high that's already formed and triggered short may just continue to get more, some more follow through. So those are kind of two scenarios there. And again, we'll keep our eye on the market internals. If we do have a situation where we get that kind of divergence between the New York Stock Exchange new highs and new lows, and we develop a Hindenburg omen, that needs to be confirmed within 30 to 45 days. But if we do get that confirmation, then obviously I will send that out, and that is usually a very good indicator that a correction, at least a correction of 5% or more, is in the works. So we'll watch for that. But meanwhile, intraday, I mentioned I'll bring in the 1 minute YM chart here, but intraday the ranges have been kind of tight. Like I said, we've seen 60 to 120 point ranges on the YM, which is pretty tight. Go back to this time last year, and we had 200, 400 point ranges, in a day. But this is what maybe we can expect with things if the ranges do expand. After the Fed meeting, caught a nice trade in the 1 minute. You can see I'll pull this over here. Our trend was red, meaning we can take short trades. The scalper line, the momentum was all to the downside here, and we got the short signal there at 97.92, and had a little initial pullback here. This blue dot is where our stop is, and that prints automatically for you. The software does that for you. Sold off, got another little kind of half leg down, a little small tight pullback. The new stop, so we're moving our stop from here to here. You can see that wasn't hit. Rolled over again. Got a little bit bigger leg down here before the pullback. Another attempt that failed to move down. Got our stop there at 97.59. Actually got two stops right in the same area there. That held, roll over, got a nice leg down here, and we actually were able to get one more stop here. That stop was right around 97.12. That wasn't hit, rolled over again got below 96.80 there. So anytime we can capture 100 points from our initial long, there was our initial short there was 97.92. So 96.92 should have been right in here. Would have gave you 100 points, and you can end your day on that one. But that's the key, is letting those winners run and cutting those losses short. And this is what the Scalpers Gold program can do for you. The thing that we're waiting for is looking for more range during the day, so that we can get more of these type of trades. As things have been tight, and you're better off taking targets as opposed to trying to let things run. The biggest trades that you're going to get intraday might be anywhere from 10 to 30 points would be typical in a tight range market. When the ranges expand, we can start looking for more for these 50 to 100 point moves. Anyway, I hope that's helpful. Hope you have a great weekend, and we'll do it again next week.